bit like buying or selling first, there are definite advantages and disadvantages for both methods. Whenever I sit down with a client, I look to give both options and recommend the method that suits, firstly, the property itself, the clients and their situation, and also the current market conditions. So let's take a look at private treaty, which includes for sale, offers over, by negotiation, and basically everything but auction. The biggest difference in the way I explain it to clients is that by private treaty, the buyers submit their offer, including their conditions, from day one to the sellers from their consideration. That is their price, their settlement terms, and the big ones, building in pest and finance clauses. A quick example of this might be $980,000, 7 days building in pest, a 14 days finance clause, and maybe a 45-day settlement period. Once the offer has been agreed upon and accepted, it is up to the buyers to be satisfied with the condition. The biggest pitfall with private treaty for me is once that offer has been accepted, you have that awkward period of until the property goes unconditional. The sellers are tied to the contract. However, the buyer can terminate under any of these conditions, which traditionally is about a 7 to 21 day period, although can be shorter or longer. People often say to have a backup offer, and this is good in theory. However, most buyers generally don't stand in line for weeks for a maybe. Should the contract fall over, valuable time and often the next best offer has been lost to another property on the market. Having a contract fall over on building a pest or the buyer not getting the finances is a frustrating event for sellers and costs them that golden period of the first few weeks of the campaign. However, the biggest benefit of private treaty is negotiations are done behind closed doors. Throughout my career, and many other agents would be the same, there is often hundreds of thousands of dollars difference between one offer and another. The fact that it is confidential allows this difference. Unlike in, say, an auction where every bidder knows exactly what every other offer is to purchase the home. This means buyers are more likely to submit up to their maximum offer to ensure they secure the home ahead of other buyers when they are not aware of what the other offers are. With an auction, a set time frame is given, normally 4 weeks, for potential buyers to view the home. And the sellers set the terms and conditions for the auction, e.g. deposit amount, settlement period, and no building and pest or finance terms are normally included. All bidders bid under these conditions, and once the reserve is met, the last bidder becomes the purchaser of the home. The benefit of the auction process is none of the awkward period of terms and conditions I spoke about earlier being relevant. The property becomes unconditional immediately, and for those sellers requiring certainty, auction is a preferred method. The sellers can move quickly and confidently to the next step, knowing their home is effectively sold. The downside to auction is you are relying on competition to drive the price. For a buyer who is willing to pay maybe, for example, $1 million for the home, and the next bidder stops at $900,000, it becomes a lot harder to gain that extra money, no matter what some agents may say. Bidders don't normally bid against themselves, and because it's an auction, every bidder is fully aware of the next offer. In my opinion, it needs to be a strong market with a good number of bidders competing for the home. Everyone has been to an auction where no one said a thing and the property was passed in. On the flip side, during the boom, I conducted nothing but auctions as the market was heavily in favour of this method. One method of sale is not better than the other, in my view. It's about the seller's circumstances and the current market, which will help people decide which way to go. Be wary of agents who will not be prepared to discuss and explain both methods of sale for you. It's your home and it should be your decision.